Nice fish,
That's
Bubba.
a good fish.
That is a nice fish.
Watched him come all the way out of those shallows and run up there on that bug.
He ate it right on this outside too.
Yeah, he just as soon as it cleared, he came into it.
Wow.
That's another one of those nice ones. I'm telling you now.
That's a 5 weight,
right,
6 weight. What are you
5
catching
weight
on?
rod. Look at him
Good
swim
gracious.
to me. Get back, bud. Get out of the way. There we go.
It works out good when you get him in the open. You can handle him.
I can walk around with him and talk to him, and I ain't got to force him.
You got your hands full a couple times this morning in those trees. We had a time. Golly, what a nice fish. Stay on there, baby. Look at that bug hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
The color, this gin clear water, that color is just beautiful in those fish.
And he'll hang in there. Look at him. He's wanting to get back in yonder bad, but we're going to
bet
try
he
to
does.
keep him out here.
I bet
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
colored up pretty.
And it was, it wasn't a pure explosion.
No, but he come right up. I mean, it was just like those other fish we've caught.
Yeah.
When he got there, he went ahead and took the bait. He didn't mess around with it.
Yeah, wow, look at that color. Bam.
That's a good fish.
Back
Back
take
to
them like
those.
that every day. Take a few more of them.
Ain't he pretty?
It don't take
That's
many of
nice.
those.
See
Look
that?
how long that fish is.
Mm-hmm. That's another. There again.
That
There's
fish, you can tell that fish is spawned out,
Yep.
real slack
You can-
belly,
and
flat
see
belly.
the fins too have already worn down real
Yep.
hard.
You want
It's
to weigh
still-
that fish and see?
Oh, it's
I got the old bugger grip just to give us an idea. I brought it with me.
2.5, 3 pound fish. You got her?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
3 pounds on the money.
Yeah. And that fish 2 months ago would have been 4.5.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Pretty fish.
Oh, boy.
Lake's full of those fish.
And
right
that there again, look at the length. Look
Yeah.
at it. See, that's a slot fish, big as day. That's a good 17, 18-inch fish.
And what would have happened if somebody caught that fish in a bass tournament 3 years ago?
It'd have went out of here.
Yeah.
Or it'd have been stressed to the point where it died. But no, like I said, that's
I mean, they
a
still
nice
have
fish.
tournaments on the lake, but it's a whole lot more competitive
Yeah.
because you can't possess those slot fish.
Look at
So
that
it's a
fish in
pretty-
the water, boy. Ain't she pretty?
Yeah, heck yeah. Got a big old head on them.
Thank you, darling. See
On
you
the
later.
popping bug,
On
Big
the
Daddy.
popping bug.
On that
Went-
chartreuse.
You
Went
went right back.
that
Yeah,
chartreuse.
I fished everything else and decided, well, I'll go back to what I've always caught them on.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna stick with this purple worm looking thing. But
Between
you
two
won't-
of us, we're gonna wind up catching fish at 3.
You won't have to catch many more like that before I'll switch back. They're poisonous?
No. He thinks he is. He'll stink you all over you. You catching him on that purple lizard, huh?
Whatever that thing is. Just a little football. You know, it's funny, we'd walk by this grass bed and I just backhand cast right back across it twice.
Yep.
And the
Oh, he's a pretty fish
he
too.
stuck it. Yeah, just a little football, man. Perfect little fish. I
Yep.
mean, just there's he gonna tail walk for us. Look at that purple. Basically, it's just it's weedless for one thing.
Mhm.
The reason I can get away with it. Look at that little football.
Yeah, man.
Look how broad that tail. That's the reason this fish pulls so good.
That and you get this good shallow water. They got something to force off of.
Yeah.
What is he? And now see, he would probably be an illegal slot to take out
So I
of
could
here.
probably keep him.
Yeah.
If I
he's-
was a bass eater.
Yeah, he's probably a 14-inch fish. But like I said, probably 95% of the people that fish this lake release,
They're
or that
catch
are
and release
bass
fishing
fishing,
right
or
now?
yeah, or catch. They're all catch and release, and
Yeah.
that's what's helping the bass in this lake so much. That slot has held them in here.
Yeah.
That's a good fat little fish too.
That's perfect. I mean, it's been. Have you seen in the past 3 years a tremendous leap in the bigger fish? Which it used to be you could catch all the 2 and 3 pound fish you wanted to, but 5, 6, 7, 8 pound fish were hard to come by.
Well, I tell you, I've lived on this lake for the past 17 years and have been fishing it since 1977. And this past April, I probably saw more 5 to 8 pound class fish caught than I've ever seen. And it's like I was telling you, even the fishermen are starting to recognize that this slot, the slot that we've got on this lake, is the reason we're starting to catch bigger fish.
Wow, that's great.
People are paying attention.
I think they only did a couple of lakes in the whole state like that.
I think so. There was one over, I think
Like
it was
Sharon Harris,
Sharon
I think it was
Harris or
Sharon
Norman,
Harris.
something like that.
Yeah. And it's made a big, I can see a big difference, but I don't fish it as much as you do.
Well, I've seen a big difference in fish that are, you know, when they're here and when you're on them. Of course, we're fishing a little bit late in the year, but like I said, April and May, there was just phenomenal fish. So the size and numbers were good. They were catching a lot.
I mean, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. We've been I wanted to get over here the 1st of June when everything started really getting good. But, I mean, new baby, and you're busy, and nor'easters and everything else. And, you know, we made it here. Right here at the end of June, almost 1st of July, which is not too late to be catching fish on popping bugs, but you know, typically it's early and late. But you said you like fishing in the middle of the day when these fish cruising along these outside grass beds.
Yeah, I do a lot of sight fishing like we did today. We were looking at bass cruising the grass lines and trying to cast ahead of them. And the fish that we didn't spook, we actually caught some good fish, and we actually looked at them coming up and taking the bug.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, because I got 2 pairs of glasses on, but both of them are polarized. One of them's a little bit darker lens, one's a lighter lens.
And that's what I
polarized, wear. You wouldn't have seen those fish coming up under that bug with this glare.
Oh, no.
Without those polarized glasses.
Not at all.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and like you said, we're fishing here almost July. We got a real early start. Fish worked along a little bit, but actually after we got up into the day where we could see the fish, we caught more fish.
It was fun.
Yeah.
You were throwing mostly these little cork poppers and stuff.
Yep.
Of course, you're fishing a 5-weight, and I was fishing an 8-weight. I typically like throwing the heavier deer hair stuff, which didn't work first thing this morning. Fish would come and look at it and then tool back off, and they'd suck yours right in. So I went to a subsurface fly, and I made the very first cast. You know, caught the biggest fish I caught all day. And so that worked out pretty good. Just weight forward, floating lines, typical bass tackle.
Yeah, and I'm spoiled. I like fishing poppers. I love top water. I like light action. It costs me some fish sometimes because you can't horse them out, but
it's just all about the fun.
That's it. Well, that's why they call it fishing.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I enjoy it.
Let's
we'll do it again.
Get together again real soon and do this again. I appreciate it.